news just coming in. We are told that the Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray has signed the suspension order for the tainted top cop Parambir Singh. The final bureaucratic process is now underway. This process is taking place under Article 311 of rules. Now, what we understand is that top government sources tell Republic TV that Parambir Singh has breached service rules. We are also being told that Maharashtra CS has looked into issues of reinstatement of Sachin Vaze, handling of the Antilla bomb scare, as well as letters written to the Home Minister. Let's go across to Alicia, who's reporting on this. Alicia, give us more details of what you are learning. We understand that the final suspension order is now been signed by the Chief Minister.
Well, Nupur, a person from a very close to the Chief Minister has already confirmed to the Republic TV that Maharashtra Chief Minister has signed the suspension order of Parambir Singh. Final bureaucratic process is underway, and the sources also said that the order will be prepared and released in all likelihood by the end of the day. So, as we were knowing that the suspension order which was prepared and which was underway under the Article 311 of the Indian Constitution 1949, but the signature has already been done by the Chief Minister, and importantly, we saw that the report on the suspension of Parambir Singh, importantly, which was submitted by Debashish Chakrabarti, who is the Maharashtra Chief Secretary, and there are many points. The major administrative lapses has come into the light, where Parambir Singh, whether the fact where Parambir Singh, who went on leave, he was on leave, on a medical leave, he has submitted some of his medical document, but not he was in communication with the Maharashtra government or the police authorities. Importantly, which has been said that there were multiple communication was being made by the state government to Parambir Singh, but there was no response by Parambir Singh on this. Not only this, but there is another inquiry which we saw that Mumbai police was looking into it, and the default report has already been sent to the Navi Mumbai police commissioner, where the Navi Mumbai police commissioner will look into the matter and will take an appropriate action against the concerned person whose role and liability comes within, as we saw that the meeting which commenced between Parambir Singh and Sachin Vaze. So there are many things, and importantly what Maharashtra government sources says that since the time Parambir Singh has landed to Mumbai from Chandigarh, his every movement has been monitored by the Maharashtra government, whether he goes to the Thane Nagar police station or the state CID
Alicia,
office.
so what you are learning right now is that the process is currently underway. Let's go across to Swapnil Kothari, who joins me this morning. Mr. Kothari, good morning. Thank you for speaking to us on Republic TV. Mr. Kothari, give us a sense of what this will mean for the former tainted top cop. It will obviously mean perhaps that his pension will be withheld, and it puts a question mark on his entire service in the police force.
Well, this clearly shows, Nupur, that, the suspension order being underway. I don't know why you are saying under Article 311. I think it should be dismissal. The word dismissal has to be used under Article 311. Suspension is different. Dismissal means that he cannot wear the uniform any longer. So I don't know, you'll have to check that. And, the thing is whether it's suspension or whether it's dismissal. I think it must be suspension, and then we'll pave the way for the dismissal tomorrow. Tomorrow meaning, I don't mean actually tomorrow. I mean, later on, or unless they've already decided that it has to be dismissed. So the thing is that the way that this is going to be proceeding is very simple. He stands suspended. If there is an order that's signed, obviously be conveyed to him. And thereafter, obviously, he cannot use any official vehicles, which I think there was already some sort of an umbrage taken at the fact that he used an official vehicle yesterday or day before yesterday when he went for the inquiry commission. So I don't think that is going to be the case at all. He cannot use it any longer, any further. And, other than that, all his privileges as a police officer will be taken away from him. And this is definitely a big body blow overall, not only to him, but overall to the reputation of the Mumbai police, which I'm glad that it is resurrecting itself. It's since Mr. Nagrale has come in, it's fantastic that, the job that they have done. It's very good what they are doing. And, this is, this is not something which, we would want to remember as to what transpired in the last 1 or 2 years as, the residents of Mumbai. This is something which we would consider it as best forgotten, that somebody as high as the rank of a Mumbai police commissioner had to undergo all these things that he did, for whatever reasons, he committed whatever he committed or he did not commit, or, as we say, acts of commission or omission. So in that sense, obviously he has had to face the law, and he is facing the law, and, especially the 230 days of remaining incognito or underground, all those things, and then coming out, resurfacing only at the behest of the Supreme Court. All of these things is something which, I'm sure every Mumbaiker will want it to be, or by every Mumbaiker, I should say, every Indian citizen, for that matter, because whatever happens in one part of the state, in any state of India, pertains and applies as much, especially when it deals with the rule of law and the law and order situation, to every other state. Because injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere, said Martin Luther King. So this is something, if injustice took place with several people in the past 1.5 to 2 years, especially the Republic TV, and not only that, but I'm sure the other people also who claimed extortion, then, it is a threat to justice everywhere, because those things can be followed in other states. So I'm glad that the Maharashtra government is acting.
Mr. Kothari, as you're pointing out, for people at Republic TV, this in a sense is a vindication of what we've been saying for this past 1 year. Also, Mr. Kothari, for the larger public, what is the message that it sends? It sends a message perhaps of honesty finally winning in the end, does it not? Because he was symbolic of the larger rot, essentially, that we see in topical of power.
Absolutely, Anupur, you've hit the nail on the head. It is definitely a vindication for Republic TV. I think Republic TV was vindicated a long time ago when, you all unveiled, Sachin Vajpayee's statement from the charge sheet stating that, he was acting at the behest of the Home Minister, because the Home Minister was asking questions and taking a direct control as to what he was doing. So at that time itself, Republic TV was vindicated. And long ago, even before, in the eyes of the public, with all the truth that Arnab came out. And then it was only a matter of time, and I'm glad that the karma acted too quickly and fast, and all the things fell into place one after the other. And what is most important is that honesty prevailed at the end of the day. And not only that, but what I'm most happy about is that the Maharashtra government, the state government, has acted absolutely in accordance with the Criminal Procedure Code, with whatever the police rules are. It has acted without fear or favor, and it has gone by the book as far as this is concerned. And not only that, but the Mumbai police also has done a brilliant job in ensuring that whoever was culpable, regardless of his or her designation, had to face the rigors of the law. And that is exactly what Article 14 of the Constitution says: the equality before the law and equal protection of the laws. So everybody has to be treated equally. If there is a crime, if there is an offense, if there is a wrongdoing, as we call it, civil wrongdoing or a criminal offense, then in that sense, you have to face the law as to what the law says. If it's a civil wrongdoing, you go by the Civil Procedure Code and the other applicable laws. If it's a criminal offense, you go by the IPC, CRPC and the Evidence Act. And that is exactly what has happened today. So this is a great message to the people, not only of the city of Mumbai, which is the financial capital, which sets benchmarks and examples with the likes of Julio Ribeiro and the stalwarts that we've had, that if there is an errant police officer, whether it's in the form of a police commissioner or in the form of a police inspector or anywhere even in between, then the law will apply equally, and the Maharashtra government will act in accordance with the law, regardless of what the public has to say, because the government has to act not only as to what the people has to say, but they have to act according to the law. And here the people were right in stating whatever they were stating. The majority of the people were stating that, look, this is not proper, the meeting is improper, everything that has been done earlier, hitherto, even before with Republic TV, or even otherwise, what has been done. Overall, the perception of the Mumbai Police Commissioner was more on the negative side. He did a fantastic job as far as the handling of COVID crisis was concerned, and one or two other things. But when it came to this, when you look at the Nupur overall picture of the Mumbai Police Commissioner, the negatives tend to sort of outweigh the positives. And that is where the Maharashtra government has had to take this decision. Otherwise, you normally tend to give a lot of leeway to, a lot of police officers, because they cannot be perfect all the time, just as you and I cannot be perfect all the time.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Mr. Kothari, the other part of it that I'd like to bring your attention to is that here's a man who's suspended. Here's a man who then, faces the Chandiwal Commission. And even there, he goes ahead and manages to speak to a co-accused for about an hour. I'm going to take that question to Alisha as well. Alisha, even as we are learning that this suspension perhaps could come today, that is something that has been highlighted by Dilip Valse Patil, the Home Minister right now in Maharashtra, as to how a person who is under question continues to go on speaking to a co-accused, while deposing before the Chandiwal Commission.
Well, in fact, the meeting which commenced between Parambir Singh and Sachin Vaze is already under inquiry, and Mumbai Police has sent their default report stating where the statement of the escort party in charge has been taken on record, and specifically the reply from the Parambir Singh and Sachin Vaze has been taken into the record, and that report has already been sent to the Navi Mumbai Police Commissioner. Now it's up to Navi Mumbai Police Commissioner, who will take an appropriate action against the concerned person whose role and reliability comes into the matter, who made this happen, where Sachin Vaze, who is an accused and under the judicial custody. So let me put this point where the Mumbai Police has sent a report to the Navi Mumbai Police Commissioner is just because Sachin Vaze, who has been brought by the escort party from Taloja Jail, which is in Navi Mumbai, and the Taloja Jail comes under the Navi Mumbai jurisdiction. So now it's up to the Navi Mumbai Police Commissioner, and the Bipin Kumar Singh has already stated that the action will be taken against those concerned person whose role comes into the action. So now, as we see, there is a Chandiwal Commission where they have already given a warning to the escort party in charge, whether it is Anil Deshmukh or whether it is Sachin Vaze. But yes, we saw when the Parambir Singh, who came all over from Chandigarh to Mumbai and is been going to the Crime Branch Unit 11 office. Let me tell you this, all the investigation which held before, whether it is a Crime Branch Unit 11 office or a Thane Nagar Police Station or the State CID, where Parambir Singh has already recorded his statement in a multiple FIR. We know that the 5 FIR which was registered against Parambir Singh, whether it is extortion offences or the Atrocity Act. So statement has been recorded, and now the report where the Maharashtra government sources has clearly stated that the report which was given by the Maharashtra State Secretary Debashish Chakrabarti, which clearly has proved that the allegation which was leveled against Parambir Singh is right, and the investigation which comes in the investigation, and now the action, it's time for the Maharashtra government to take an action. So as we know, the top Maharashtra government sources has clearly stated that the suspension letter, the suspension report, the order which is being signed by the Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray is just the final bureaucratic process is underway. We will be in this big story, continuously live coverage will be on the suspension of the Parambir Singh, where we know the order will be released and in an forefront of the entire likely to the end of the day, and we'll be back after a short break.